This short video just covers one way of getting a software upgrade. The first way is to load it yourself, and the second way is to unplug this computer. I don't know if you can see, this is on the circuit board. This computer unplugs. It's got a row of pins there and a row of pins there, and it pushes into two long sockets. And there's also like a USB cable plugged in here. So basically you have to reach into the underside of the hurdy-gurdy, unplug the plug that's in there, and then lift this up and unplug it without bending the pins. And the way to do that, as you see there's a hole underneath each end, is to put your little finger of each hand, I can't do this on film, together under each end, gently lever it out, and it'll pop out without bending the pins. So I'm now going to show you that on a real Digi-Gurdy, which I have here. So here's a Digi-Gurdy. Take the lid off, because you might want to protect that from any dirt or anything that's on your table. Flip it over, take the hatch off the underside, and then here you will see, there it is. So I'm not sure I'm going to film this, do my best, and I'm going to show you how to take this off. So the first thing to do is to reach in. My 3D printer is running in the background, by the way, that's what that noise is. Reach in here with a pair of tweezers or long nose pliers, and without busting any of the other wires, you need to take this plug out. So grab it about here, look, here, wiggle it up and down and push it to the left. You see it comes out. You'll notice the wide part of the plug, the wide part, the plug is not symmetrical, the wider part faces that way when it comes to plugging it back in. So the next thing to do then is to get this off. Now you see I can get in with this hand with my little finger there, and I can do the same with this hand with my little finger there. Alright, and I can rest the rest of my hand on this part of the deck. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, my fingers are in the way, but you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to rock it left, right, it'll slowly come. Try and do it in a controlled way. Oh, right, you can see it's coming up. Ooh. Just take it easy. There we are. So it's a bit fiddly, but you can get it out. So that you can mail to me, and I can put a software upgrade on it for you, and I'll mail it back to you. And that's the second way of getting a software upgrade. You'll notice the pins are not bent. Don't just put it in an envelope, because it'll get crushed and the pins will get bent. So wrap it in bubble wrap, put it in a little box. So to get it back in, you want the socket. It can go in either way, so make sure you put it in the right way. This socket faces the narrow end of the Digi-Gurdy up here. The crank is that way. You see there's the chopper wheel assembly for the crank. So again, I'm blocking the camera completely with my hand here. Hang on, I'll try and get my hand out of the way in a second. Just take your time. Right, you see how it will loosely go in. It'll go in a couple of millimeters, the pins will, before they start to grip. That allows you to make sure they are actually going in the right holes, they're not missing. So check, double check, try and look at the back from the side as much as you can, and then with your thumbs just ease it in. Just push gently, there we are. You see how it went in? And now again with your long nose pliers, or in my case surgical forceps, or whatever it is, check you've got the wide part of the plug here facing that way. Grab it like that, trying not to go into an angle, it's a little bit on the fragile side. Just wiggle it a bit. You see how it clicked in with a firm clunk. That's it, that's all there is to it. And that's one reason why there's an inspection hatch here So you can do things like this. Put the hatch on and put the 4 screws in, making sure not to over tighten them, and you're good to go.